and it was all destroyed by the Freemasons. Thank you, Freemasonry, for screwing up what could have been a model for development for the entire New World. And because the Jesuits were destroyed, we reverted to the default setting, which is slavery. And that's the cause of lots of sorrow over the next, all the way to the present day. Let's face it, we're still suffering the legacy of slavery.
Yeah, all that exploitation. And of course, we're given only two choices, which is capitalism or socialism. But what the Jesuits demonstrated in Paraguay was you could have another system that's based on development and also real concern and love for their fellow man by seeking to improve them, by applying, I guess, European or Western technologies and ideas and skills to actually improve their condition, to raise them to a higher level.
That's right.
Not exploitation, not stealing their labor.
No, and the main thing they taught them was how to work.
Yeah.
Which they did not know how to do because they were hunter-gatherers. Hunter-gatherers don't know how to work. It's feast or famine, you starve to death until the porcupine shows up, and then you gorge yourself on a porcupine, and then you feel sick until you're starving again. Yeah. That's hunter-gatherer existence. That's the way it was in North America. It was different, but similar in Paraguay.
But the Jesuit success with the Guaranis got in the way of the carnal and temporal desires of the conquistadors, of the British, of the other colonizers who sought to, dominate, conquer the area, then exploit the labor, extract the labor. Right. Yeah,
they wanted slave labor, and that's precisely what happened when the reductions were destroyed. It was the encomienda system, which was basically slave labor. And of course, in the Caribbean, we had slavery. Mm-hmm. The sugar plantations, the Dutch and the English exploiting people there, the French as well. Haiti is a classic example of what happens when you have this colonial exploitation of labor. You have people, Toussaint Louverture, I don't know whether it's true or not, but they selling his soul to the devil to get the white man out of Haiti. Well, be careful what you pray for.
Yeah.
And that's precisely what happened in Africa. You want to get rid of the white man. Well, be careful what you pray for. Because why? Because the white man is racially superior? No. It's because, I'll give you the reason why here, okay? I met a German lady. She shows up here, and she's from Würzburg, and Würzburg has a partnership deal with the Diocese of Würzburg, Diocese of Mbinga, which is just south of Musoma, which is where I was in Tanzania. So they have a little brochure, and the brochure you open it up, and this is Diocese of Mbinga, founded in 1987, something like that. Other page, Diocese of Würzburg. Guess when Diocese of Würzburg was founded?
Probably 9th century or something.
742.
Whoa!
When the Benedictines showed up and showed my ancestors how to work. That's basically what happened. The Benedictine monastery was a workstation.
This is the basis of German labor, right? German labor?
Well, this is the beginning of German labor, which is the most sophisticated and best labor in the world. Even today, with all that has happened. Certainly, this is what happened. This was the cause of World War I. German labor, once they concentrated labor in the country and stopped this hemorrhaging of emigration, which is the reason I'm an American, the labor force was so productive that it surpassed England, and Lord Grey and Churchill decided to lure Germany into a war to destroy that alternative economic system. Yes. That's what happened. So basically, what's the difference between Mbinga and Würzburg? About 1,400 years, 1,500 years of learning how to work. So imagine, as a thought experiment, imagine if the Benedictines had pulled out of Würzburg in 772, which is pretty much what happened in Tanzania.
And St. Benedict is the one that instituted the monastery reforms?
That's right. Yeah. And the monastery was that's what brought agriculture to my barbaric German ancestors, whose favorite activity was chasing pigs through the forest until the Benedictines arrived. and taught them how to grow grapes and other things like that. And that was the beginning of the German workforce. So that's what didn't happen in Africa, and it got killed, strangled in the cradle in Paraguay, and that's pretty much the sad story of the world we live in.
And the essential point here is this isn't an accident of history. But in both cases, economic development in these areas were strangled in the grave for a specific reason, to keep it poor and easily exploitable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we see that model. We saw that in Henry Kissinger when he wrote National Security Study Memorandum 200, 1974, to stifle third world development and to control the population, load it down with debt.
Yep.
Food as a weapon, right?
Yep. This is all part of the oligarch scheming to rule the world. And the Jews play a crucial role in this. They are always the executors, the thinkers who come up with better systems of exploitation, because they're experts at it, because they grew up with they grew rich with usury, which is the real operating system of global capitalism.